He drags number 14, Fletcher Roberts, along for the ride. 1:27 left to go in this game as the clock will stop for the chains to move. A big run by Gino Jonas at number 33, really carrying the ball and putting the team on his back there, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, wow. I really thought it was too late. I thought it was too late at this point to run the ball, but it was a 25-yard run by Gino Jonas saying, great play.
Looks like they don't want to leave any clock on any seconds on the clock for Anderson to have a chance at this one. Pistol formation, the handoff once again to Jonas up the middle, gets it to the 5, breaks the tackle to the 20-yard line. Wham, bam. Thank you for trying to stop me, man. Not a clue on how to stop Gino Jonas thus far as number 14, Fletch Roberts, makes the tackle once again. A good job by Fletch Roberts for the Trojans. And the Bulldogs are definitely well within the field goal position. You got to believe, though, they don't want to have to leave it on the game of chance. The handoff once again up the middle to Gino Jonas. The ball comes out, and it looks like the Bulldogs are able to get on this one. A good heads-up play by number 12, John Sabia, as he falls on that one for the Bulldogs. Could have been really scary right there. As the Bulldogs are in the red zone, that one, I think everybody's heart skipped a little bit of a beat on that one, guys.
And you're right about that. Really fortunate there. Number 12 saw the ball come loose, and he dove on it. Luckily, the ball bounced back towards him and not towards the Anderson defense.
And definitely on the sideline, you got to be saying, whew, because that could have been really costly there. With only 43 seconds, there is no way that the Bulldogs would have enough timeouts to stop the run-oriented offense of the Anderson High Trojans. They are in field goal range for Kyle Caceres, and I believe they are on the hash that he would want to kick this from, as he is a right-footed kicker.
I thought that was a really wise timeout there by Bowie. Stopped the clock with 43 seconds to go in the game. Down by 2. Like you said, they're already in position for Caceres' field goal, but it'd be nice to have a touchdown, too.
Well, unfortunately, that is their last timeout, so they're going to have to call something for Caceres. It's going to have to be within the next 3 plays, and possibly going to have to waste one to spike the ball. Everybody on their feet here at the Burger Center. It's going to be shotgun formation for Robbie Dickey, twins to the right-hand side as Hopkins comes in motion to make it trips. Dickey rolls out to his right, has a lot of time, throws it to the end zone. That was complete to number 10, Mac McGarrah, and just like that, it's a Bowie Bulldog touchdown. 39 seconds left in this contest, folks. Thank you for staying around because the Bowie Bulldogs just went ahead by 4 points. So with 39 seconds left to go in this contest, Bowie up 18-14 against the Anderson High Trojans. Awaiting the extra point, you have to believe that we might see a 2-point conversion here, as Bowie will now take their final timeout. As the guy working the clock is going to be a little confused there, Brian.
Yeah, okay, he had 0 timeouts. He had 1 left. I like the decision to call a timeout there because you're right. 18-14 to get the 2-point conversion. It makes it a 6-point game. And in case Anderson misses the extra point, if they score a touchdown, we could even see overtime. But the chances are, I think Bowie just won the game because Anderson's offense is not going to score.
Well, you never know. You don't want to take those chances. Like we said, they have a running game that's able to break some tackles. This was a good timeout, like you said. This is able to get their team calm, get what they want ready. But they got to make sure everybody's ready coming out of this timeout. Excuse me, as I was too excited there, folks. Jonas said it looks like they'll be putting back on his helmet. So it looks like they're going to go for 2 points here. Like you said, they're up by 4. Scoring the 2-point conversion will put them up by 6, forcing the Trojans to have to score a touchdown to even tie up the ball game. A field goal's out of the question at this point, and obviously going against the wind, it doesn't seem like a smart decision, as they really don't have the kicker for it. So right now, all the cards are held by the Bowie Bulldogs. Let's see what Coach Abels and company decide what to do. McGarrett's out there. Sabia is out there. McLeod's out there. Dickey's back out there, but he's usually the holder, and Jonas's back out there. No Kyle Caceres, so this is going to be another play. This is going to be for a 2-point conversion here. Dickey in shotgun formation, twins to the left-hand side. Hopkins on one-on-one. McLeod goes into motion. There's the end-around, switch-around, as he was able to keep the fake. And it's going to be a false start on the offense. That's going to push them back 5 yards, but you got to believe they're still going to continue to go for 2.
Well, now I see number 87, Caceres, come onto the field. Not sure if he's going to be as a receiver or as a kicker. I think he's as a receiver here, so yes, 2-point conversion still.
leading 4-4? And the Rangers were able to get out of that base alone inning, so the game is still tied up at 4-4 apiece at the end of the 6th inning. There's the catch. The throw, the possible catch by Kyle Costas, and it's going to fall incomplete. The 2-point conversion will fail, but the Bowie Bulldogs are still ahead by 4. Score is with 39 seconds left to go in this game. Bowie ahead, 18-14 against the Anderson High Trojans. And Brian, that got really exciting really quick.
Yeah, this second half has just been a different story than the first half. Anderson has not even scored this entire second half. The score going into second half was 14-5, and now we've seen Bowie score 13 unanswered points. It's going to be tough for Anderson to score here with only 39 seconds to go into the game.
Well, you see a lot of happy Bowie Bulldog faces down there, but they can't be too happy yet. They still got to make sure that this kickoff will probably go out of bounds. So let's hope that that's what happens for them, as Fletch Roberts and number 1, Daryl Bunton, are set to return for the Trojans. Let's see who takes the kick here. Caleb Garza has been doing the kicking recently on the kickoffs here to give Kyle Costas some time to recoup and practice those field goals. And Garza will be the man that's going to kick this one off. So let's see if he can get this one deep, as Dylan Bolt will have to hold this one. If he can get it deep, that's exactly what you would want. Give him no chance at returning this football. Garza and the guys getting set to kick this one off for the Bulldogs, as this sideline and this crowd is going wild. The kickoff is going to be short, not exactly what you wanted. It's fielded by Fletch Roberts at the 1 to the 15 and gets brought down at the 16. A big tackle by number 30, Hunter Matlock, the son of the Booster Club president, Joe Matlock, making a big tackle where the tackle counted most. 34 seconds left to go in this contest, Brian. And you have to believe with their running game, they might not have enough offense to even make it a real threat.
Yeah, they're going to have to air it out here, which is against their nature.
Shotgun formation, twins to the right-hand side. Trips. Johnson over the middle, incomplete, and you can tell he doesn't look comfortable back there trying to throw. Threw that one much more quickly than you would expect.
He tried to throw a quick pass in there, yeah. I don't think the receiver was really into his route yet, and he already threw it.
Jason Disney and number 50, Ryan Taylor, on the coverage for the Bulldogs. 31 seconds left to go in this game. Second down 10 from the Trojans' 18-yard line. 2 timeouts are left for the Trojans. 18-14 lead for your Bowie Bulldogs. It's been one heck of a contest this evening. Trips to the right-hand side. Johnson back to pass once again. There's a flag as he throws a lame duck pass, and it just wobbles up there. And there is a flag on the play, as that ball was intended for the wide receiver, Justin Montemayor, as number 24 was on the coverage, Pedro Martinez. And Montemayor has about a good 8 inches on Martinez, as it's an illegal shift. And back to the Rangers game, Adrian Beltre belts one deep again for the Rangers and sends that one out of New Busch Stadium. 5-4 lead at the top of the 7th. If you're still sticking in with us here, and I know you are, because this game is only 25 seconds left to go, and we are on our edge of the seat. Actually, I haven't sat down since the third quarter because it's been that exciting. Third down and 10, ball still at the 18. Trips to the right-hand side, and it's weird that they're going trips to the short side of the field. The pass is complete to Montemayor at the 25, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds by number 24, Pedro Martinez.
That was interesting there. The ref kept the clock running even though Montemayor was pushed out of bounds, and it forced Anderson to call a timeout.
And the Anderson coach can't be too happy with that one, as Montemayor was moving himself out of bounds, but they're going to call the play there and keep the clock running. So with the timeout taken, there's one left for the Trojans. This game's still at 18-14. Bowie ahead. 4th down and 3. Ball in the 25 with 15 seconds left to go. And you have to believe, well, one of two things here. There's one of two things that are going to happen. Anderson High is going to line up right now and try to go on the hard cadence. Try to get Bowie to jump off sides and snap the ball so they get that 5 yards and another chance to run a couple of more plays. Or they're going to just try to go for broke and air it out deep here and try and score a touchdown. Let's see what the Bowie Bulldog defense does, because they can decide if they want to try to get this one And then if Ranger fan Nelson Cruz just hit one out of the park, and that puts them up by 2 runs, as it's been an offensive onslaught for the Rangers here tonight. Let's see, maybe we'll get that win-win after all. Trips to the left-hand side this time. Again, the short side of the field, putting Montemayor on an island by himself. This time, Johnson's going to take off. He gets to the 35, and he's brought down by number 49, Jason Disney, and that's going to be it. Well, actually, no, they're going to call the timeout. No, the chains have to move, so timeout call. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. They down the ball, spike it down. They still had a timeout left, so that's a waste of a timeout by the Trojans head coach. Not a nice job. Looks like Andy Reid's out there trying to manage the clock.
I did not get that at all. Now, only 4 seconds to go. That was the time to call a timeout with about maybe 10 seconds or so. He did get a first down, 4th and 3. Quarterback scrambled and got about 5-6 yards. So it sets up a Hail Mary possibility here.
Could have called that timeout sooner, giving his team another chance to run a play. That might be all that they needed. But here it comes, folks. 4 seconds left. This is the last play of this ball game. 2nd down and 10. Ball in the 32. Costa is in deep. So there's a snap. The ball thrown to Montemayor. We might see some trickery here. Montemayor looks like he wants to pitch it back, and it's just flipped up into the air, and it's recovered by the Bowie Bulldogs for a big win on senior night. The Bowie Bulldogs come from behind in the 4th quarter and win this contest 18-14. And just like that, once again, number 92, Brendan Berry, makes the recover on that fumble. The senior on senior night, having a tremendous evening, and I'm not afraid to say it, definitely the quarterback one player of the game. Number 92, Brendan Berry, has both teams lined up to shake hands to show that there's still good sports in this hard-fought contest. But this Thursday night affair ends with a Bowie Bulldogs win and undefeated district record as they get ready to take on their rival across the lake on the west side of Austin in Austin Westlake next week.
That was just a great win there by Bowie. Second half, first half, different stories. Second half, I did not even recognize the team that played in the first half, really. Second half is a different story.
No, tremendous adjustments made by the Bowie head coach and the coordinators going into halftime when they were behind, and even the momentum didn't really start off well for the Bowie Bulldogs in the second half, but they were able to pull that together and come out with the victory.
Definitely a nail biter there at the end. They put it together and definitely kept their spirits up. A lot of thanks tonight. I want to go ahead and just very quickly wish a thank you to our soldiers who are listening, soldiers overseas, and wish everybody, as I do every game, to have a drive home.
And we would like to take this time to also mention great things for you guys listening out there in radio, internet land, as well as the Principal Kane for Bowie for allowing us to be here, Coach Abels for allowing us to follow his team, and once again, all of the Football Booster Club members and board of staff, as well as the president, Joe Matlock of the Booster Club. Thank you again for letting us be here tonight to cover exciting action like we saw this evening as the Bowie Bulldogs come away with the victory, 18-14. And guys, next week, the big matchup, Friday night, under the lights at Chaparral Stadium against the very hated Austin Westlake Chaparrals. This should be one heck of a game, and we're assuming that Austin Westlake will win their district game this coming Friday, and that matchup will possibly be a matchup of 2 undefeated district teams fighting it out for the district title. It doesn't get much more like that. Make sure you tell your friends that tell 2 friends that tell 2 friends, and so on and so on. So listen here on the Quarterback One Radio Network and listen live, and we'll bring it to you in color. You just won't see it. Next week, live from Chaparral Stadium, as your Bowie Bulldogs will get set to take on the Westlake Chaparrals in the regular season finale, and possibly what's going to determine the 16-5A district title. So once again, for Mr. Marcus Kirkham, for Brian Caudill, this is Smash Simmons. Thank you for listening with us once again here on the Quarterback One Radio Network. Your final score from the Tony Berger Center: the Bowie Bulldogs 18, the Anderson High Trojans 14. Good night, everybody. Have a safe drive home. Hi, Mom. Once again, we want to wish a happy birthday to Brian Caudill, and thank you once again, Second Lieutenant Mike Harrison, for tuning in and staying tuned in throughout the whole end, because we know that you're listening out there, and your mother says hi as well. Good night, everybody.